Hello everyone, in today's video we'll be doing a very familiar craft activity in modern life, cutting and pasting a paper phone. This is a voice-only tutorial, so you just need to listen, imagine, and follow the steps. No need to look at the screen, no need to jot down notes or write anything down. Just let your hands slow down and let your imagination guide each piece of paper. Before we begin, think about the phone you use every day. It could be a slim, large-screen smartphone, or it could be a simpler, cute illustrated phone. In this collage, the phone doesn't need to be exactly like the real thing, but a simplified version recognizable enough for you to express your personality. Now let's prepare our workspace. Choose a flat, well-lit surface where you can sit comfortably for a few minutes. Take out several sheets of colored paper. You should have one sheet of black, dark gray, or dark blue for the phone body, a lighter color like white light blue or pastel for the screen, and if possible, a few small pieces of other colored paper for decorating icons, buttons, or details. Prepare scissors, glue, and a pencil. Once everything is ready, we'll start with the main body of the phone. Hold the sheet of paper for the phone body. Use the pencil to draw a vertical rectangle with slightly rounded corners. Imagine you're drawing the outer frame of the phone. Don't try to make the edges perfectly straight or even. The softness of the lines will make the cutout look more natural. After drawing slowly, cut along the outline. Cut slowly and evenly, allowing the shape of the phone to gradually emerge under the scissors. Once you've finished cutting the body, place it on the table and observe it for a moment. If you find any edges slightly uneven or asymmetrical, you can adjust them by trimming a little. This is where you begin to get acquainted with your paper phone, feeling how modern, sturdy, or cute it looks. Next, we'll make the screen. Take a lighter colored sheet of paper, place it on top of the phone body, and use a pencil to draw a smaller rectangle that fits neatly inside, leaving a border around it. This screen can have slightly more rounded corners to create a softer feel. Cut out the screen shape and try placing it on the phone body. Once you're sure the position is right, apply glue and stick the screen in place. Now the phone is starting to take shape. To make it look more realistic, you can add small details. For example, cut out a very small circle for the home button or a thin horizontal line at the top of the screen to represent the speaker. If you want a more modern style, you can omit the home button and just keep the large screen. The choice is entirely up to you. Next, think about what you'll display on the screen. You can leave the screen plain or cut out some small squares or circles to use as app icons. These icons don't need to be detailed, just simple and easily recognizable. Cut out each small shape and arrange them on the screen like a familiar interface. Once arranged gently, stick each icon on. Don't rush, as this is where your phone's personality is created. Then you can add a small but interesting detail, a glossy border or a reflective layer. Take a piece of lighter colored paper, cut out a thin curved shape that runs along one edge of the screen and stick it on. This detail will make the screen look like it's reflecting light, creating a sense of depth. Now let's move on to the background. Take a larger sheet of paper to use as a base for your collage. Place the phone on top, but don't glue it yet. Move it left, right, up, or down to find the layout you like best. The phone could be in the center or slightly tilted as if it were on a table. Once you're happy with the position, apply glue and secure the phone to the base. If you want to make the collage more lively, you can add background elements. For example, cut out a few thin rectangles to represent a table or a few small circles to represent notifications or messages appearing. You could also add a stylized hand using just a few simple shapes to suggest the phone is being held. However, keep everything just enough so the phone remains the main subject. Once all the pieces of paper are glued, set the collage aside and let the glue dry for a few minutes. While you wait, I invite you to think about the role of your phone in your life. It is a tool for communication, a repository of images and memories, a bridge connecting people. When you recreate it on paper slowly and manually, you will feel the difference between the digital world and the tactile sensation of touching it with your hands. Once the glue has dried, you can hold the collage up, tilting it slightly to feel the layers of paper and the overall composition. If desired, you can add a layer of cardboard behind it for added stability or frame it to decorate your study or workspace. A paper phone, though simple, evokes a very different feeling compared to the real phone you use every day. And with that, you've completed the paper collage of a paper phone. The most important thing isn't whether the phone looks real or not, but the time you spent focusing, creating, and connecting with yourself. From familiar pieces of paper, you've created an image connected to modern life, but in a very slow and unique way. Thank you for listening and accompanying us to the end of the video. Hopefully, this voice-only tutorial brought you a sense of relaxation and a little creative joy. If you enjoy this kind of gentle, slow-paced content, keep trying your collages with other familiar objects around you. Who knows, you might find a whole new source of inspiration when you take a break from the screen. Enjoy your relaxing moments and see you in the next videos.